Hello everyone. This video is in continuation with the previous video that I explained how to write the logic for trailing SL. Okay, so it was based on some strategy, Bank Nifty short straddle. So this video mainly for showing the live demo. Okay, so we'll try to execute the strategy in live. So before this, request you to watch the previous video. And disclaimer, so don't trade this strategy without any analysis from your side. It's not back tested. Okay, and I'm just giving the same explanation again which I shown in the previous video. This short straddle BNF strategy, trade every day, start at 11 a.m. Get current market price of futures at 11 a.m. Find nearest 100 strike price, then calculate C and PE symbols of immediate weekly expiry, short both C and PE, and keep the stop loss of 30% on each leg. There is no target in this strategy. On trail the SL and square of the trade at 2:30 p.m. if SL does not hit by 2:30 p.m. Okay, and the trailing SL logic is simple here. We are not going to getting any historical candles data, or it's not based on any EMA or whatever indicators, right? The logic is simple here. What we are going to do is if the price moved in your direction by 5 points, so move your SL by 5 points. So for each 5 points, we'll keep on moving your SL by 5 more points. That's it. That's the trailing SL logic. So let's go into our terminal where we run our Python. I'm going to start this Python. Before that, let's check if all the details are correct or not. Start straddle BNF. Okay. So this is 11 a.m. We are going to start this strategy at 11 a.m. Stop timestamp is not applicable. 14:30 is our square of time. Okay. SL percentage 30. Okay, that's it. I'm starting this one. Okay. Yeah, I started it. You can see the logs here. So currently the time is 10:55. So if you go to browser and log into the broker. I have already logged in, so you won't see the complete login flow from Zerodha to our application. So it's already logged in. You can see the access token here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, login successful. Now I'm starting the algo. Okay, start algo. So what you can see in the logs. So fetching instrument, we are already having some instrument in the local cache. From there itself it took. Okay, because in the morning only when I ran, when 24 hours elapsed, it fetched a new set of instruments from the broker, and it cached into the local file. So that is already available. So ticker connection successful, algo started, trade manager successfully loaded 0 trades because we don't have any trades so far today. So from the trades JSON file, there is no trades retrieved. And see, I have enabled only the short straddle BNF strategy. If you look at the algo file, where it is, yeah. So I commented all of the other strategies. So I'm just enabling only this strategy. Okay, just for tell you one thing, you can enable all the strategy if you're running multiple strategies. That is the beauty of this framework. So each strategy can have its own logic, and the trade manager will take care of complete handling of the trade. Once you write your logic of let's say 30-40 lines of code in your each strategy and create a trade and hand over the trade to trade manager, and trade manager will take care of everything. So using this framework, basically you just need to write only 40, 50, 60 lines of code. That's it. You just learn some basic Python, or that's it, and you can you're ready to go. Unless if your strategy is some complicated, you need to take help from others. I mean developer who are good at programming, right? Otherwise, for simple things you can do on your own. I'm trying my level best to make everybody understand this. So we already started, right? I mean, short started waiting for 259 seconds here at 10:55. So this strategy will wait till 11 a.m. because the timestamp we gave there inside this start straddle BNF strategy is 11 a.m. right? So it will wait till 11 a.m. Currently it's 10:57. So 2.5 minutes left for this. Let's wait till 11 a.m. Okay. So meanwhile we can just check the logs. So the trade manager, the thread keep on running in the background, and it's trying to fetch the orders from the broker, and it's trying to update the local order detail, getting order book, because we don't have any orders now, so it's 0. So once the trades are blessed, this will be non-zero value. So after that, it will update all the orders of internal trades, like entry order, sell order, target order, wherever it is applicable. Okay. The trade manager is running parallelly, and the strategy, for each strategy there is a separate, they are also running parallelly. So in this case, this is just another thread where we just waiting, right? So it's another thread, trade manager is another thread. 2:59 second waiting. Okay, whatever, we just wait till 11 am. Once it ticks 11 am, this will get the current market price and analyze the things, and it will place the trades. That's how it works. So let's see. So now 10:58:43, one more minute almost left. Okay, 1 minute. Just refreshing the logs. Meanwhile, you can check everything is healthy here, and there are no errors or exceptions thrown here. Okay, so algo is running fine without any issue, and the logs are getting printed properly as expected. Okay, it's 14:53. Let's keep on refreshing it. Yeah, see, at 11 am what happened exactly? If you look at current market price of future symbol, we got the future symbol of Bank Nifty, right? So future symbol 34,195. So nearest ATM strike we took as 34,200. So here weekly and monthly expiry is same. So I explained in the previous videos how to calculate the weekly option symbol, and even if it's a monthly option symbol matching with the weekly option symbol, you have to consider only the monthly option symbol, right? So you can go through those videos, how we exactly calculate this. So now we got the Bank Nifty 21 May 34,200 CE we prepared, and Bank Nifty 21st May 34,000. Sorry, 21 is year here. May means just May last. I mean, this is monthly expiry. So the immediate weekly expiry is nothing but our monthly expiry. And PE and C both simple we got. Short straddle, we are just printing that here. So now if we go down here, let's see. So the trades are generated here. Okay. So trade manager execute trade call for this, and it plays the trade. So order placed successfully here. Trade manager successful, and another trade. So there should be two trades, right? Execute trade called here, this one and this one PE and one CE. So this also played successfully, and we got some order ready. This is order ready. This is order ready. If you go to the broker terminal, see both the trades placed, correct? For C, I don't know why this got rejected. Oh, it requires some more margin. So how much required margin is 1 lakh, but available is okay. There are some 2,000 less. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me retry if it is accept or not. Repeat. No. So what I will do, I will come back again. Okay, I'm stopping the video. I'll do transfer some funds and try again. Okay, thanks. Hi, welcome back. I have added some funds here. So let me try repeat this order. Repeat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got two positions open now. So I'm going to do some small trick here. So ideally this order has to be placed from the algo, right? I have placed this order manually, but the algo doesn't know, right, about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing some hack here. Okay, let me stop the algo first. Okay, so where is our this is for demonstration purpose. Ideally it should not be like this. Anyhow, that's okay. You can also learn the trick. So this is our file, right? This is our trade.json file. When you restart your algo, right, this will be read, right? So what I'm going to do is, so what was the problem? Where was the problem? So the PE trade was okay, right? But CE got failed, this symbol, correct? So 34,200 CE. So let me get the order ID of this, whichever the order is, this is successful, right? I got this order ID. Go to this file, So this is C, right? So now see entry order, this one, market MS. So I'm going to update this order ID, correct? And the rejected, right? What happened earlier, the order got rejected, that's why you see the rejected. I'm just removing it, okay? So that when you restart the application, right, the trade manager will keep on getting the order updates and all. So since we modified the order ID here, so it will consider, okay, this is the original order ID of this particular trade. So that, so after checking this, and if it is completely filled, then it will place the SL order, right? Okay, let's see if it goes or not. Okay, so here request entry was 460, 460.8 somewhere. Okay, I'm just saving this file and restart. I'll go, right? Yes. So if you see the logs here, so we are restarting. Go here again, log into the broker, then start the algo. Okay, come here. So anyhow, this is okay. You don't need to worry about. Next time it will be fixed in the next round. So here, let's see. Why this is going to disable anyhow. We'll see what will happen. Yeah. If you look at add new trade, call okay. This, I think this should not be called. Okay, it is going to disable. That's fine. Okay. Updated order, updated order. This is trigger pending. Why it's not placing another? It should place another order, right? Since okay. No, the SL order not yet placed for this, right? So there is some. Let me check. Still not happening, right? This is returning 0. That's okay, but okay. Let me stop the video and fix it and come back again. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back. Actually, the issue was I forgot to update this one. Okay. When the trade gets rejected, basically we are setting the trade to cancel state, the trade state. Okay, I forgot to update that when I updated the order ID here with the by taking the order from the broker terminal. So I updated this trade state and restarted algo and again logged into this. Okay. Now, so what happened? So the SL order for other, I mean this PE symbol got placed. So now both trades are running. If you see the positions. Okay. Now coming to our trailing SL logic, because this video is exactly for the trailing SL, right? So we should see. So what is happening actually? Okay. See, for both the symbols, short straddle, CEPE, the returning trail SL. I have a print here. If you look at this one, I just printed here, returning trail SL 0. Okay. So since it is returning 0, so trail SL won't be updated, correct? 0.0 whatever. And we have some issues, I guess, here. I don't know. Modify order. We going to modify it with params. Okay. So what is the issue? Let's see. Why this exception came? Bad operand type for unary str. Okay. Inside order modify params. Okay, there is some issue here. So I don't know what is that MNM error. Anyhow, we'll check the code once. Did we get any exception here? Yeah. Going to modify order. Let's see. Again, we got this error. Eh? Oh. Modify error. This is crazy. I thought it's fixed, but okay, let me do one thing. Let me fix it offline. I'm stopping the video and we'll come back again. Welcome back. I found some issue in the printing. I restarted algo again. I'll tell you what the issue and how I fixed it. But between, let's see. Okay. Yeah. If okay, some price must be trading below, right? No. Okay. It's fine. Still returning the 0 here, so there are no errors here. So the problem was, let me tell you, there are some extra plus here. There was some typo here, because of which all things were happening. So I fixed that. That's why it was a typo. Anyhow, let's see. This should go around to 45 somewhere, so that we'll get neutral ASL. Again, we need to check whether the modifier will be successful or not after we get the neutral ASL. So far we're getting only 0, trail ASL 0. Let's see. Every 30 seconds we keep on checking. Yeah, I'm waiting for the price to come down, so that the algo that is calling every 30 seconds to get the trailing ASL, we should get some positive value, and after that we'll see if the order will be whether the order modified or not. Okay, if there any issue comes, again we have to fix it. Yeah, that's how the programming goes. So to make complete working code, it will take time. Anyhow, I'm spending all this time, and it's first of all, it's years of experience went into that, and weeks, months of experience coding this project and designing, coding, etc. So I hope you guys utilize it properly. I mean, I'm giving it for free. Anyhow, it's up to you how you can utilize it or not. You have to also do some work from your side. Anyhow, 90% work I did from my side. Only the 10% part, those 50 to 60 lines of code you need to write for every strategy. And of course, you need to work on profitable strategy. That's up to you. Okay, this is 459. Let's see if we get any. Yeah, we got a new trailing ASL 606. See, if you see the going to modify the order with the new trigger by 606, we got to print 0 order modified successfully for order ready. Okay. Okay, thumbs up. 2828. If you see the order, see 606.8. Earlier it was 611.8, right? So again, if the price keeps going down every 5 points, again this will be updated, moved by 5 more points, something like that. Okay. Let's wait to happen one more time. Okay. So next time, where should it go, right? So ideally 467 minus 10 points. So it should be less than 456. Then only this will be updated, right? This will be moved. See again, one more time it got updated. While I'm talking to you, the new trigger by 601, okay, successfully modified the order. See. So, hope, right? It's working. Yeah, that's it. Simple. Okay, it's not that simple. The framework and the design I built in such a way that to make it simple. Anyhow, I'll open this. I'll keep open all these trades, and I'll update you as and when the trades progress. Right, every 30 minutes or 1 hour. For now, I'm stopping this video. Thanks. Hi. Now the time is 11:55. I just want to show where is the trail ASL. Okay, so if you look at this, it was earlier 611.8. It updated to 606.8, 601.8, then so it got updated multiple times. If you see the history of the order, see modified, so modified multiple times it's modified, right? So now this is the latest ASL for this PE symbol, and of course CE symbol is not even updated once, right? I think it got modified only once. Okay, that's fine. So this is the PNL overall loss. Anyhow, we'll come back again. We'll track this trade after half an hour. Thanks. Bye. Hi, welcome back. The time now is 1:10 p.m. So the trailing ASL is keep getting updated for CE symbol because it's going down, and the PE symbol trailing ASL was still at 586.8. Okay. If you see the positions, okay, this is in profit and this is in loss. Overall, almost is a flat, little bit profit. Okay, let's see if SL hits. I mean, this one hits or not. Of course, this one is on profit side. If you can check how many times the SL got updated from going through the logs, but it's difficult for you to check all those entries. So I did one thing here. Just trail it. Filter the logs using some Linux commands. Of course, it may not work on your Windows machine. I installed some Linux utilities to use those commands on Windows as well. So if I do this, yeah, if you'll check this, how many times the trail SL got updated. Like initially, first time it got updated 11, 12, okay, 599 to 594, then 594, 589, 879, 69, 64, 59, 39, 34. So this many times the trail SL got updated so far. So last trail update was at 13 to 37, okay. And if you see for another trade, okay, this is for this is for PE symbol. The trail SL got last updated at 11:32 at 586 only. So after that, we didn't get any update there. So, but this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. 8 times it got updated for CE symbol. That you can see the latest value is 534 here. Okay, yeah, it's 534 latest and 5. This is how the trail SL keep on updating. Our square of timestamp is at 2:30. I will come back again after 1 hour and update you about the positions. Okay. Thanks. Bye for now. Hello. The time is now 2:08 p.m. Let's see what are the positions. Okay. It's in green only overall. Might be some due to some theta decay. I don't know. Today is Friday. And the order says if you see the C SL, it's at 514. Earlier it was at 534. So in between, I think it got updated. We'll see. And if you see the PESL, it was still there at 586.8. Okay. I think yeah, that's it. I'll again come at 2:30 and we'll review again. Okay, because 2:30 is our square of time. Thanks. Bye. Hi guys, I came a little bit early because CE trade got SL hit. Okay, at 5 and 4. There is a sudden spurt in Bank Nifty futures. So if you see the chart, if you see, look at an 1 minute chart. Yeah, there's a sudden up movement in Bank Nifty. So CE went up quite very fast and our SL got hit. Okay, the P is still the trade is on. Okay, so we are in loss. I mean, in CE trade, but overall is in profit. But let's see how the day ends at 2:30 p.m. So what we need to check once the SL hit rates. Here I'm just going to the logs. So let's see what is our timestamp here. 14:17, right? When the SL hit 2 minutes ago. If you okay, after 14:17 we updated, we get the order status and all, right? See here, if you see that 14:17:42 set trade card to completed. Okay, this is the strategy name. This is P symbol, sorry, CE symbol. Quantity entry was at 451.7, exit 515. This is our executed price when the SL was hit. Okay, and PNL minus 1582.5. If you look at the PNL here, yes, is exactly matching, minus 1582.5, minus 1582.5. And the main important thing is here, exit reason is trail SL. In the previous video I explained, right, we instead of SL hit, we are updating with trail SL hit in case the SL is modified at least once, correct? And you can look at the same details in trades.json refresh. Okay, see, this is the CE symbol and exit sorry, entry, this is exit reason is trail SL hit. Exit price was 515. Okay, if you see the SL order status is complete, right? Trigger price we mentioned at 514, but we have 1 point slippage here. Executed is 515 and our PE is still running, so it's still trigger pending, the PE. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, overall still showing profit only because the CE is going quite very fast upside. Cool. And we have 10 minutes left. I'll come back again 10 minutes. Okay, thanks. Hi, welcome back. I think we are near the square of time, which is 14:30. Only 2 minutes left. So what happened exactly? This also got updated. I mean, the trail SL of PE symbol got updated. If you look at see, these are from actually logs only. I'm just gripping the logs to see only particular logs. It's just like filtering by some text. Okay, this is the let me check. Okay, this is the CE symbol. Okay, earlier we kept on updating from 599 to till 514 and it got accelerated at 514, correct? Okay, and similarly we have our PE symbol. Okay, the trade ID is something different. Yeah, this one is okay. See, even for PE symbol, it started 6:11 at 11:30 p.m. Sorry, 11:30 a.m. It's kept on, the SL was getting updated. and the last SL updated was at 1422, okay, 6 minutes ago. That is from 516 to 511, okay. So the latest SL we are starting at 511.8. Okay, only 1 minute left for our square off. Let's see. These are the logs, okay. Yeah, log is going on. Okay, see the SL again updated 491, okay, we just refreshed it. So if we go check here, yeah, see at 1429.20, okay, just few seconds ago the SL updated from 511.8 directly to 491 because there is a sudden downside, okay. This is not just 5 points, but it updated by 15 points here directly, okay. Yeah, 326, 323, yeah, it's overall showing his profit. Let's see, only we left with only 10 seconds. In 10 seconds the trade should be squared off. In 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Let's see if it's squaring up or not. Because okay, anyhow, it won't happen exactly, but we keep on doing it, right, for in a loop. So in the next 30 seconds, whenever that, yes, done. So it's a bit 20 seconds late, of course. It won't happen exactly at 14:30 because we are running that loop every 30 seconds, right? Not every second. So our exit price is at 325.6. If you look at the overall P&L, it's 1967. This is in profit and this is in loss, okay. And after hitting the SL, after squaring up, if you look at 14:30, okay, this is placed target order, okay. So how exactly the square off happened? Already explained, but again doing. So what we do, we cancel the SL order, okay. The SL got updated 471.8. Even before squaring up, it got updated one more time. If you see this, see, even from 491 again updated to 471, okay. At the end, for 1429.50, just before 10 seconds, 14:30, SL got updated, and after that our square out time reached. So after square out time, what I'll go cancel the SL order, and it placed a new fresh order to exit the position, okay. That is we exited at 3325.6, okay. And let's see if all details are updated here as well. So this is PE symbol, yes, see, SL order got cancelled, right, and we created a new order, that is target order we are calling here. This symbol, it's a market price, we exited at 325.6. That's it, perfect. And if you look at the P&L of this trade, 3583.75, okay. And okay, let's see the position, 3550, okay. There's some little bit difference, maybe due to round off. I will check again why there's difference is there, but it's showing it 3550. Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you, okay, this may not be a profitable strategy. I'm just experimenting, not experimenting. I just choose this straddle logic. It's a enter at 11 and stay till 14:30 with some trailing logic. This trailing logic also not backtested. What I did, just want to check. If you go to stockmark.com, stockmark.in, you can just actually backtest option strategy here. So this is not my say. Actually, I don't have any relationship or contacts with this person, and this is not at all recommendation. I just use for my own purpose sometimes if I require, if I need any help, in backtesting of option strategy from based on time base. Let's say you enter this time and you exit at that time. So Bank Nifty call option, put option, I just did some backtesting here. I've lost the, okay, what is our logic here? We are actually selling one call ATM call at the money call and one at the money put with the SL of 30% initial SL, okay. And the TSL, actually what I implemented is a move 5 points for every 5 points. That functionality is not there to backtest here. This is actually you can give it in percentage terms. For every 2.5% move and move the SL 2.5% move, right. So this is so it's not exactly with the one I implemented in the demo. So this is a bit different. So we can't move TSL like every 5 points in option. That may not be a profitable strategy, but it's okay if you move, let's say for 10%, every 10% move, if you move it, then it may work. And not only that, on expiry date may work if you move 5% or even lesser. But on other days, I don't know. Entry time, this 11 a.m. and this is 14:30 is exist time. Just doing a back testing here. If you go down, so the result from Jan 1 2017 to till now, I think I don't know how many, 3 or 4 years. So it looks like a profitable trade, like 3,40,000 overall. So 34,073 on year wise, okay, and so 44,000 in this year so far. But This is not the real thing, right? Because you have to put some slippage. Let's say I'm keeping 2% slippage. 2% is very common in Bank Nifty. If I refresh this, and if you come down again, so see the overall PNL is a minus 99,000, right? It's not profit at all. So be careful when you back testing. Try to keep the slippages and all for entry and exit, and the real picture will change drastically immediately. So overall 3 lakh plus profit to now we got it just only I mean that is also loss in minus 1 lakh loss. So before trading any strategy in live, make sure you do a proper back testing analysis, and then only ready with the strategy, and you can implement using my this framework when you are ready with your profitable strategy. Okay, I strongly recommend don't follow this strategy in live. I'm just showing for only demo. I'm not going to use it from my side as well. I hope that you understand it. Okay, with this let's close the day. Thanks for your time. Bye. Have a nice day.